Would you like to get more power with your forehand? I've got a tip for you today. The key to getting more power with your forehand is that you have to realize that tennis is an entire body game. You know, beginners and people new to the game, a lot of them think it's an arm game. It's not. It's not just your arm. You're using your feet, your legs, your entire body when you're hitting the ball. So the key to getting more power is to have the racket and the body in sync, synchronized. They're working together, okay? Now, one of the big mistakes, well, there's two actually, big mistakes that I see players using. They take the racket back too far. In other words, right here is all you need. You don't have to bring the racket back further than this. In other words, you never want to break the plane of the shoulders. In other words, I'm set up to hit a forehand right now. Now, if I drew a line from my front shoulder to my rear shoulder to the racket, that should be pretty much a straight line to the back fence. But many players go back, they go back, way back here. So in other words, they're way back here on the backswing. And what happens when you do that, your racket and your body are getting out of sync. Because normally, when you hit that forehand, you want the whole body involved. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. So you bring it back, you drop it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. But when you go way back here, what happens is your body starts to step into the ball, 1, 2, 3, and your racket's way back here. It's not in sync with your body. So your body's out there ready to hit the ball. The racket is back here. You want it right there when you're making contact. That way, your body is involved in the shot. You're getting your body into the shot. When you do it this way, when the racket's way back here, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, the racket should be at the contact point, but it's not. So now the arm's coming through all by itself. It has no body weight transfer into the shot. The other thing I see many times, players do not use their legs enough. On a waist-high ball, let's say I'm going to hit the ball right there, waist-high. I've got to come down here. I've got to use my legs. And then when I swing, I want my legs lifting and leaning into the shot. That way, your racket and your legs, your body, your feet are in sync. They're working together. That's how you get more power. You get more racket head speed. Understanding the unwinding of the kinetic chain. So it would look something like this. You're coiling the upper body. Okay, so then you get the feet set, the racket drops down. Now you're going to start to uncoil. You uncoil first the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the hitting arm, and then you're coming up over the shoulder. So it's that unwinding, using your whole body, which is going to help you have more power, more racket head speed. So remember that. Don't take the racket back too far. Don't break that plane right there and then just let it go to there. You can still get the racket lag and use your legs. Lift with your legs as you're hitting the ball. Even if the ball was high, let's say I'm hitting a ball up here about shoulder height, I'm still going to come down below the ball, and I'm going to lift as I hit. That lifting motion with your legs keeps the racket and the body in sync. And that's why you'll see many pro players come off the ground when they hit the ball. Why? Because their legs are lifting, and they naturally come off the ground. I don't want you to try and jump when you hit the ball, but if you come off the ground, that's fine. But you're coming off the ground because your legs are lifting so intensely as you hit the ball, you actually come off the ground. So, you know, you can practice this drop hitting out in front of you. Start with that racket back, never back here. Right here is all you need. And then from there, you just want to come down and lift as you hit. Okay, look here in slow motion. Now the key point right there. You see how the knees are bent. The racket is not breaking that plane of my shoulders. Now notice when I swing forward, the legs will lift. That way the racket and the body are working together, synchronized. That's the key. Your racket has to be synchronized with your body, and you're using your whole body to hit the ball. So use that tip. Don't go too far back with the racket. Use the legs. You're going to see more power with your forehand. Please, if it's your first time here, subscribe to the channel. Post any questions or comments. I'm here to help you take your game to another level. Please check out my website in the description box. I've got a lot of courses in there that can help you be the best player you can be. All the best and happy hitting. Take care.